how to transform this ugly $15 wig from Amazon into this. Start by detangling your wig all the way through. This process did not take too long, it was pretty easy, it wasn't that tangled. After you're done with this, you can go to next step and section your wig, preparing it for crimping. Take small sections and start crimping it from the top to the bottom. I do this process 2 or 3 times. First time, like this. Then the second time I go diagonally on one side. Then one more time on the other side. And for the last step, you will pass it straight through as you would do with a straightener. So the texture of the crimper is not so visible and it's very fluffy at the end. Now the only thing that's left to do is to repeat this step on all your wig, top to bottom, small portions, and you're done with crimping when you know you spent hours doing this. Look how pretty and fluffy our wig is at the end. We can start ripping the seams of this front part of our wig. We need to take off this central part of our wig where the parting starts. After a few stitches undone, it's gonna come easily apart. Now let's take off a few rows of webs. These also came very easily apart from our wig after a few stitches are undone. Now we put this to the side. Now we can start removing only this much of our little front wig to make sure we have enough space to create a new hairline. We're also gonna put this aside to use them for our new hairline. Repeat this step until you are happy with how much space you've created for your new hairline. I only took off 2-3 rows of webs until I reached this little side part you can see. And this is the end result. I think this was enough to create a good hairline. Next we have to create a new side part. So I cut off all the hair from that plastic base that was seamed in the center of our wig, so I had enough hair to work with later. I used the sewn wefts first, gluing them to the base of my wig till the center, small portions at a time. Be careful with the hot glue, don't do as I did. And don't put your fingers on the hot glue. Do as many rows as you want or as much hair as you have. I only did it until the center of the wig, where I could start creating more volume. With the cut hair, I first glued one layer flat on my wig base, careful with the hot glue, as I said. In this phase you can really burn yourself. And I also used too much hair, as you can see, so go in smaller sections to don't make this mess that I just made. To create a new side part that has more volume, I took chunks of hair, put hot glue on the base and glued them, sticking upwards to the base of my wig. Hold it till the glue cools down. Smaller chunks of hair you use, better it's gonna be for you to create the volume. Now you can create a side part. Combat on left and right as you prefer until you are happy with your result. We can clip it out of the way so we can start making our hairline. For your hairline, use small chunks of hair, cut it even at the end, and you can use any type of tacky glue to shape it, to shape the part that you are going to glue on your wig base. Let it dry and then you can glue it to your wig. I applied some of my tacky glue to that wig base and then used little chunks of hair, pinned them in place till the glue dries. I started gluing a second layer because I could see through my first layer of hair. After the glue dried, I also used a lot of hairspray to make sure it does not move. I didn't have enough hair to cover all that front fabric of our wig, but that's fine because when the hair is down you won't be able to see it. When it feels dry, you can start flipping that front piece and working towards your final shape. To finish it off, I used more hairspray to ensure nothing moves. A lot of hairspray. And that worked perfectly. And here is our final result. For the dress, I chose a stretchy blue fabric. Folded, and I used the stretchy dress I already had and marked out the shape. I added 1 centimeter as my seam allowance all around the first shape. Pin it in place before cutting it so you don't make any mistakes. For the length, I just cut where I thought was short enough. Spoilers, was too long. Cut it all around and repeat the same steps for the back of your dress. Place front and back right sides together and you can pin and sew along the sides. If you don't have a serger, a zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch is also a good way to sew your stretchy fabric together. But if you have one, it's just easier to go into this directly before doing too many stitches. Next, while at the machine, I overlock the shoulder. Measure your neckline so you can create your neck piece. Fold your fabric and trace only half of your preview measurement. Also use 90-degree straight surface to make sure you make a straight line. Make it as high as you want, but remember that's gonna be folded at the end, so double the height you want to achieve at the end. I cut out some bias tape from this fabric to use it for my armholes. Just fold your fabric on bias, trace the width and cut. Sew the sides of your neckline piece together before you fold it and attach it to the dress. Before attaching your bias to your armhole, first measure how big your armhole is, and then you can sew the bias with the same length of your armhole. Fold it and attach it the same way you attached the neck piece. Since the fabric doesn't fray, I just cut straight at the bottom. Satoru Gojo fans, here's the grand reveal.